Hello, Sawyer Roll. Welcome. Thanks for coming by. This is Ricky with SawyerRollSports.com. We're going to do a video walkthrough Week 16 NFL. Going to talk some NFL. I'll try to make it as quick as possible, not drag it out. First thing we're going to do is look at quarterbacks this week. A few good options. First good option I see is Aaron Rodgers. Tampa Bay got shut out last week. I think he has a nice game this week. He could definitely have and will have some exposure to him in my cash games. However, looking at different metrics and doing my projections this week, and then coming out with the top value of the top tier guys, I like Drew Brees at Atlanta. Atlanta's got mashed. Drew Brees is at home, always historically better. Although this year he's just kind of struggled overall, even though his fantasy points per game is really good. We're going to plug him into there. The wide receivers or the running back situation, I always like to spend for my cash games here too. Le'Veon, his price is a little bit up. Not a great matchup for him. DeMarco Murray, definitely questionable, and I'm not dealing with that. I could see them limiting his touches a little bit this week, and I'm not dealing with that with a $9,300 wide running back. Forte, Charles, not really interested. Arian Foster. The first guy that I'm really interested in here is C.J. Anderson. Monte Ball, out for the year. All the touches going to him. A lot of workload. We've seen Cincinnati get mauled this year by different running backs, and I think they gave up 80 yards to Trent Richardson, which is a pretty difficult thing to do in general. So we're going to plug him in. Second guy we're going to look at here is the oldest player in professional sports history, Fred Jackson. Oakland has just an average run defense in general, so nothing premium there. However, they're very poor against running backs catching ball out of the backfield. And what does Fred Jackson do? He catches balls out of the backfield. 56 receptions. A couple games ago, he had a 10-reception game. So I'm going to add Fred Jackson into this right here. Buffalo playing well. I think they're probably going to handle Oakland. So let's move on. We're gonna go to defense. Two defenses I would look at this week: Detroit against Chicago. Chicago is a hot mess right now. I could see Detroit, a very good defensive line. I could see them sacking Cutler 7 or 8 times. So I could easily throw them in. The second, probably more obvious choice here, not to outthink yourself, Carolina at home against Cleveland. Johnny Manziel will be quarterbacking for the Cleveland Browns this week. After putting up a fantasy total of 3.1 last week as a starter, I'm going to take the over on that this week and put his projection somewhere around 4.2. Just kidding, but if you want to play Johnny Manziel, go ahead. We're going to throw in Carolina as a defense targeting him this week and move on. The kicker, we're going to scroll to the bottom, look for a kicker who's in good weather with a little bit of upside. First guy I'm looking at is Shane Graham in a dome. But I think I like Matt Bryant. He's been pretty good this year. 100 more in a dome again. We're going to throw him in here. The tight end situation. You could easily talk me into Gronkowski premium matchup against the Jets. A lot of wide receiver issues, which we'll get to in a minute there. And the guy that I really like this week is old Travis here. Travis's game log looks pretty good. I think that Kansas City still has not had a passing touchdown to wide receivers at all right now, so I have no problem throwing old Travis into my lineup here, letting him in my tight end position. All right, now we've got a little over $7,000 to spend on wide receivers. The first one, this is my dark horse this week. Wide receiver position for the New England Patriots. Julian Edelman ruled out, concussion. LaFell questionable, although I think he still plays. Then you scroll down, you're looking at Dobson, injured reserve. Who do we have left that can even catch the ball here? Well, we've got Danny Amendola. Remember him? Oh, he'll step right in and he'll be the next Wes Welker. No big deal. They'll never miss Welker. Yeah, well, it's been not so much so far, but you can see him getting some targets this week. He is the league minimum. He has a premium matchup against the Jets. In general, it's difficult to predict what Belichick's up to. The two coaches that are kind of hard to game plan for from a fantasy perspective, Chip Kelly and Bill Belichick, because they can do They can do about anything. However, the Jets still have a very above average run defense. Not the best in the NFL like it used to be, but they do have a good run defense. So we're going to throw in Danny Amendola into this lineup. Okay, we've got $8,300 left. We're going to go all the way to the top, and look at some of the expensive receivers. Don't normally like to do this, but I think Calvin Johnson, if you look at his game log, it's a lot like last year. Some huge games in there, 26s, 32s, and some duds, some 7s and some 8s. But he's got a very good matchup this week. Going to definitely check the weather tomorrow, but as of this morning, it was only 11 miles per hour, which is an acceptable threshold for Team Swole to throw him in a cash game lineup right now. Leaves us $7,400. And you know how we like to do lineups. $7,400, you find the most expensive guy, you throw him in, you never question it, you move on. No, that's not how we do it. We have a reason for everyone we pick in our projections. We would never pick Golden Tate for multiple reasons, but Roddy White in the $7,400 range, 100 less. We've got Julio, officially questionable, but I think he'll play. New Orleans, we have seen give up time and time again. Receivers, tight ends, doesn't matter. Running backs, they just give up a ton of yards. I see this being a high-scoring affair here, so we're going to throw him into our lineup. And we're going to call this lineup a day. And we're going to say we like this lineup. This is a little quick video walkthrough. I appreciated all the feedback I got this week. Seemed to be really popular. Come visit our site. We've got a lot of cool things happening, guys. A lot of cool things right on the horizon. A lot of cool things we're already doing if you guys don't know about us. But yeah, come on by. My name's Ricky. Other owner of the site, Sean, very accessible all the time through email. And come by and say hi. All right, thanks for stopping by.